Welcome to your world of light novels. Chapter 1. I was in the dark. I flew in it, or float in it, or swim in it. I don't know. It didn't bother me at all. It didn't matter that I was flying somewhere from somewhere in some kind of incomprehensible darkness. I had no idea where or from where or why I was flying. All these questions didn't matter in slightest, so I didn't even bother to ask them, and just kept flying. Or float. Or... Okay, let's assume for simplicity that I was flying. So I was flying in the dark. There was nothing in that darkness but myself. And even if there was something there, I didn't see it. But then something appeared there. Something red. Something with a woman's face. Something wrong. And I was flying straight towards that something. That something looked at me, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it so much that I wanted to fly in other direction. That's what I tried to do. I couldn't turn around completely, but I managed to avoid a collision, and now I was flying past this something. Something didn't seem to be very happy with me running away from him. Her? She has a woman's face, so it must be her? She pulled a long arm of red lines after me with obvious intention of catching me. I don't know why, but I really didn't want her to catch me. So I tried to speed up, then again, and again, and I was indeed speeding up, but her hand was still inexorably approaching me. I think she even giggled at my attempts to escape from her. Suddenly, I saw a bright white light in the darkness, and I rushed towards it with all my might. She noticed it, and now she really didn't like it. But before I realized anything, I suddenly crashed into the source of this very light, which in response glowed even brighter, and that light burned hand that was chasing me. She whined in disappointment, and immediately disappeared into the darkness. The light took me and looked at me. At first, his gaze was irritated. At second, uncomprehending. At third, surprised. And then it was joyful? I'm not quite sure, but the light was clearly pleasantly surprised by something. Then he became surprised again, after which the light shifted his gaze to somewhere else. Then gaze turned back to me, and it was sad, confused, thoughtful, evaluating, all at once. Then he suddenly asked, if you could change world, what would you do? The first thing I thought was, how can a light ask if it doesn't have a mouth? The light seemed amused. Then I thought, I think I would change world for the better. And how would you start changing world for better? I presume to make world a better place, we need to solve all its problems. So perhaps I would start with the most important problem in world. The light chuckled. Well, you can't handle the most important problem, but there's one very important one that you might be able to handle. Could you help me with that? I'm too busy here to handle it personally. What should I do? Oh, I'm sure you'll figure out on the spot. I don't like that answer. The light laughed. Consider it as test of sorts. If you manage to solve it, you will be rewarded. And if I don't, then you will have to face the consequences of your actions, or inactions. But in any case, I can assure you that it will definitely not be worse for you than it is now. Not be worse than it is now. Well, I'm pretty fine now, so... Okay, I agree. But still, what should I do? The light smiled warmly at me. Go ahead. Fix. Help. Guide on the right path. Do what you have to do. You'll figure out the rest on spot. And now go. And remember, my blessing is with you. And then I felt like I was falling fast. I fell through the light, faster and faster, until finally I hit something. My freaking head. Why do I feel so fucked up? Huh? I think I only drank 1 bottle of red wine yesterday, so it shouldn't make me feel so bad. It was hard for me to get wasted when I was on Earth, and even more so now, with my angelic body. Wait a second, with my what? Realizing that something was very wrong, I immediately tried to take an upright position, only to shamefully roll off from bed onto the floor a second later, face down. Ouch! After about a minute of deep breaths and exhalations to calm my nerves, I felt better enough to make a second attempt to get up, this time more successfully. I got up from floor, sat on edge of bed, and began to assess myself and my condition. First and most importantly, I am safe and sound, although I am still feeling crushed for some unknown reason. Secondly, I'm wearing a blind helmet with a transparent visor, which, however, does not bother me in any way. Third, I'm wearing some kind of baggy hoodie or something that makes me look very fat, and underneath it is something like of armor. And fourthly, I have a strong feeling that something is very wrong with me, and not only with me, but also with my surroundings. I mean, that gorgeous room seems to be familiar and almost native, but also doesn't at the same time. It's same with my hands. And with clothes, I need a mirror. There were no problems finding a mirror. 3 of these big ones were standing in corner room, not far from bed. Somehow getting my feet, I hobbled over to them and, standing in front of them, began to examine my reflection. It looked both alien and familiar. Mirror reflected an angel, a very atypical angel, with a horn helmet and a digital display instead of a face. And on front of that hoodie, a slightly stylized capital letter, A, was embroidered in gold. A means something important, doesn't it? Like my name? Damn, what's my name? Anne? Adam. Adam. And as soon as I thought about that name, something clicked in my head, and I suddenly remembered. I am Adam, the first man, the progenitor of entire human race. Now one of the supreme angels and general of Exorcists' army, who periodically descends into hell in order to exterminate as many sinners as possible. But part of me also said that this very Adam is a character from adult cartoon, the main asshole of first season, who was subsequently stabbed to death by a psychotic Cyclops lolly. That cartoon wasn't too bad, but I, as a viewer, was not completely satisfied. Okay, wait, I am Adam, but I am not Adam? Is Adam a cartoon character? What the fuck is going on here? I mean, Adam was having some fun yesterday, and I was swimming in some kind of darkness, until I ran into some kind of light, and no, it can't be. Did I die? And I ran into God, and he put me in here? My God, are you kidding me?